if they want to. Talk don't bother me.
And welcome to Let Them Talk. I'm Paul DiRienzo.
And I'm Miss Joan Marie Musi.
And our guest, Lynette Williams, you can see with us here. And
welcome
Lynette
to the show.
Welcome to the show. And Lynette has her guitar, her axe, and she's a jazz singer in a sort of a folk style, but very jazzy and soulful. And we met at the Yippee Cafe, actually, and it was a wonderful performance there just a couple weeks ago around Christmas time. And so we asked Lynette to join us to talk about her career and how she got to where she's at and play a couple of songs for us here on Let Them Talk. So welcome, Lynette, again.
Thank you.
And maybe we'll just start by getting a little background on you. Tell us a little bit about, are you a New Yorker or are you?
I'm kind of from two different places. I was born in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and I lived there for 10 years, and then I moved to New Jersey when I was 10, and I lived there for 10 years.
All right, I have a whole history in North Carolina.
Oh, yeah?
I went to high school in Winston-Salem.
Oh, wow.
Salem girl.
That's cool.
Yeah, definitely. Now, did you study music or?
In college I did.
You did, okay. Yeah. And did you study guitar in particular, or you study music theory, or?
I studied voice, actually.
Oh, you studied voice. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did guitar on the side.
And where did you go to school?
Berkeley College of Music.
Oh, great. Excellent. Right on. That's in Boston, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the type of music you play. How do you define it for the viewers? If it's definable at all.
Yeah, it's hard to describe, but I would say it's a mixture of, like you said, jazz and folk, with a little bit of soul in there, a little indie rock maybe sometimes.
Yeah.
And you're a singer-songwriter, like you do your own material mainly.
Yeah, yeah. I mostly just write my own music and play and sing.
Do you have any CDs out or any records or?
I have a demo out. I'm actually working on a record. Hopefully it'll be done by February. That's the goal.
Great, and you have a website. Tell folks about that. We'll remind folks a few times over the course of a half hour. But tell them where people can learn more about you on the web.
There's a couple different sites. There's modartband.com, modartband.com, and there's also myspace.com/modartband. So it's
Great,
the same thing.
And you can do some clips there, some MP3s and things.
Yeah, there's videos on both sites.
Great.
So you work with other musicians as well?
I do.
You don't just work solo?
No, I mean, recently for the past few months I've been doing some solo stuff, just me and guitar, but I also play with a lot of different musicians. Monday nights at the Peculiar Pub I play with a flautist and a bass player, and then I also play with a group called Modern Art. So.
Well, we often talk about collaborating when we talk to artists here, and of course musicians who work in bands, it's just basically what you do.
Yeah, yeah.
And so what do you think about that? Like, you enjoy collaborating with other people, or do you tend to like to just be the leader and tell other people what you want? Or
I think it depends on the musicians that I'm playing with. There's some musicians that I like to delegate a little bit more, and then there's other musicians that it's really a collaboration, and we kind of both, or all of us, put our input into it. So it depends, I think.
yeah, just on the situation.
Yeah, on the situation. Yeah.
How did you discover, Lynette Williams, how did you discover your sort of innate talent, your talent? Did you always love music, and did you always sing, or was it something you came across later in life?
Well, my mom told me that I sang before I talked, so I think it's always been a part of me. I've always loved to sing, and I've always loved music. So I think it's just something that's been inside of me from the beginning.
Now, did you come from a family of musicians, or?
Yeah, my dad plays the drums, and my mom used to play violin.
Oh, all right, great.
Yeah.
I took violin lessons, but it was very painful for everyone involved.
Yes.
So.
You're either good or you're not at that instrument.
Yeah, that's one of those
Right.
instruments. Yeah. Like, oh dear.
Yeah, it can sound beautiful or it can sound horrific.
Really awful.
Yeah. So maybe we could listen to a song or two of yours, and maybe now's a good opportunity
Yeah, you
for
ready to
folks to
play?
hear. Yeah,
Sure.
ready to play?
All right,
great.
excellent. Yeah, Lynette Williams.
The only difference between black and white is the presence and absence of light. Now tell me when you look in my eyes, do you see promises or do you see lies? I'm not good nor am I bad, I'm just sorry if you're sad, disappointed, completely let down. 'Cause I tried the best I could and don't know if it's any good. Has anything here been lost or been found? The only difference between love and hate is the overall effort that it takes. And I can tell if you appreciate all the loving that I gave. I'm not good nor am I bad, I'm just sorry if you're sad, disappointed, completely let down. 'Cause I tried the best I could and don't know if it's any good. Has anything here been lost or been found? The only difference between black and white is the presence and absence of light. Now tell me when you look in my eyes, do you see promises or do you see lies?
All right. That was great. I wasn't lucky enough to see you before, so so it's all new to me.
Yeah.
Wow, great. Wow.
Now, do you play anything besides the guitar, or this is your main instrument?
This is my main instrument. I played violin for 9 years, but I haven't played in a little while.
Oh, all right. It's one of those things you have to keep it up.
Yeah, totally. I would
Yeah.
sound like a beginner if I tried now, but yeah, a little bit of piano, but mostly guitar.
Tell us a little bit about where you look for inspiration when you write a song.
From a lot of different mediums. I love Nina Simone, Bob Dylan. I get a lot of inspiration from them. And then some newer bands like The Strokes, even Lauryn Hill, I love, or the Fugees. And also some visual art like Andy Warhol or Jean-Michel Basquiat. So a lot of different stuff.
No wonder I found you at the Yippie Cafe
Yeah.
on Bleecker Street. Wow, great. Well, so tell us a little. What do you have coming up? Where can folks see you anywhere coming up in the next few days or weeks?
Tentatively, I'm playing at the Yippie Cafe on the 17th, and I'm going to be doing another show, like a showcase at the Yippie, sometime in January, probably towards the end of January. So I'll let you guys know.
Yeah, great. So we all know that's yippiemuseum.org, and folks can see and when upcoming shows are there. So tell us, what do you do when you write? What's your writing process? What's it like? Do you sit down with a cup of tea, or is it on the subway, or where does it happen for you?
It kind of happens everywhere and anywhere. Sometimes it's the music that comes first and then the words come later, but usually it's just like a thought in my head and it turns into lyrics. and as I play the guitar, it kind of transforms. Usually the lyrics don't have some kind of like rhythm to them, but as I play, I can create a rhythm to go along with it.
Is there sort of a social or political content? Some of the words of your songs, they seem to make me like, they seem to be socially conscious. Would you say they're socially conscious lyrics in that sense? You know what I mean by that?
I mean, I think that they are, maybe more subconsciously than consciously, but some of my songs are definitely socially
Political type
or
songs.
political type songs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
like "Come All You Ready," and I guess you could take a lot of my songs any way you want to. So
Yeah.
I try to do that. I try to make them,
Sure.
you know, open to a lot of different takes and views.
Great. It's very jazzy. Tell me about jazz. Are you a jazz fan? Do you love jazz? Do you listen to jazz?
I do. I listen to more instrumental jazz than vocal jazz, but I love jazz. Definitely.
Great. And how long have you been in New York now? How long have you been working in New York?
On and off for the past 2 years, and then I moved here in May officially. So
What's it like? How do you like New York? How do you like working and living here?
I love New York.
It's great, right?
Yeah. There's
We
no
all love
Great.
it here, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
What do you tell us some of the things you like about it?
It's one of those places where everyone has like 3 jobs and they're just grinding, you know, towards their goal. And there's something about that that I really like. That there's people who have a dream and have aspirations and they're all going after it, kind of together, collectively in a sense. And I like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow, great. Well, do you have any songs about living in New York yet?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, good.
Kind of like, I mean, it's about being in the city and finding love. So I could play that if you
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
that
hear it.
sounds great.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Perfect segue.
Sarah, with each day, grows a little old. And her parents pray that her heart won't. It's so hard in the city. It's so hard in the city. It's so hard in the city. Sarah, don't go wasting your time on men who say they'll be there, but never been, never been. Sarah, don't go wasting your time on men who say they love you, but pretend, pretend. Sarah, don't go wasting your soul on men who will take all of it and give nothing, nothing. Whoa, whoa, oh, oh. Whoa, whoa, oh, oh. Sarah has always been afraid of being alone. She's been searching for a friend, for a home. It's so hard in the city. It's so hard in the city. It's so hard in the city. Sarah, don't go wasting your time on men who say they'll be there, but never been, never been. Sarah, don't go wasting your time on men who say they love you, but pretend, pretend. Sarah, don't go wasting your soul on men who will take all of it and give nothing, nothing. Time is not your friend. Time keeps running away, away. Sarah, don't go wasting your time on men who say they'll be there, but never been, never been. Sarah, don't go wasting your time on men who say they love you, but pretend,
Right. I love that song.
Thanks.
That's really great. So we were talking about aspirations. What are yours? What are you hoping for?
Well, I'd start simple. I'd like to make a living out of playing music. But I also, I just want to continue writing and growing as a musician, and practice my craft and get better at it, and be able to tour and make albums and, I don't know, paint and draw, everything. I just want to do everything.
So you're interested in the visual arts, also not just as someone who sees them, but somebody who does them.
Yeah, I like to experiment.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Whoops, I'm sorry. Wrong switch. Well, let's. I'm sort of excited by your music, and tell us a little bit about that song. It was "Unrequited Love." How you doing?
How's your love life?
How's your love life? Tell us a little bit about your experiences in New York.
It's an experience. I don't really know what else to say.
Right.
There's both good and bad here and everywhere. And this song is definitely just, I noticed with me, but also with my girlfriends especially, there's like this tendency or pattern to like kind of stick and get attached to guys who can't really return the kind of love that we're trying to find. And so I wrote this song kind of just a shout out to myself and to all girls, like there is someone out there for you, but if he's not giving you what you want, don't wait around for him to give you what you want.
Well, it's a warning against unrequited love.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's nothing fun about unrequited love.
No, it gets old fast.
Really fast.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's how I saw it anyway, as like a
Yeah.
warning against that. That really the first thing you should know is the guy likes you.
Exactly.
Then you decide.
Exactly,
Right?
yeah. None of this like, I don't know if he likes me or not, but I'm just gonna
Right, and
wait
pursuing
around.
him or waiting for the call. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I definitely saw it as a warning, that song.
it is.
Yeah. It's really great. Because, I mean, that is a problem with young girls, definitely. Putting,
Yeah.
like, all their hopes in a guy as though that's going to fix their whole life or something. And
It doesn't.
no.
There's
Sometimes
something
it doesn't.
authentic about writing about your life. I'm fascinated by that, but that's where the authenticity of your music, which strikes me. It struck me when I first heard it. You know, it was really from the heart. It wasn't, you know, homogenized. It wasn't taken from something else. It was influenced by other things, but it wasn't taken from other things. You made it your own, as a certain person says on a competing television show.
Well, I mean, it's certainly, everyone's inspired by the things around them, and especially by the people they admire in their own field and
Right.
that kind of a thing. But everyone has to find their own voice too. And I mean, I think you're well on your way. You know, the music is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
All right.
Let's hear some more of it.
Okay.
Make
Yeah.
you
You
play.
ready for another
Keep
song?
playing.
Sure.
Okay.
okay.
Great.
We
Great.
have one of your shows right here.
Why is this all that I feel? Climbing up mountains when they're really only hills. Why is this all that I see? Looking at space when there are signs in front of me. Oh, but what folly I see in my heart. Always too lazy to even start. Having nothing to lose at all, but still too much fear that I will fall. But I'm already at the bottom. I'm already at the bottom. I'm already at the bottom. Here comes a moment of truth, where I see myself afflicted, abused. Here comes the unwanted thought. Is there some of this pain that I want? Oh, but what folly I see in my heart. Always too lazy to even start. I'm already at the bottom. Already at the bottom. I cannot ignore what I feel, a deep desire to fall or to disappear. It has not been how I have dreamt. I expected to be ridden from life for its end. Oh, but what folly I see in my heart. Always too lazy to even start. Having nothing to lose at all, but still too much fear that I will fall. But I'm already at the bottom. I'm already at the bottom. Yeah, I'm already at the bottom. 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 I'm already at the bottom.
Wonderful, wonderful again.
All right.
Lynette Williams.
So I want
All
to talk
right.
a little bit more about the record you've got coming out in February.
Yeah, okay. It's gonna be acoustic. This one.
Great.
Mostly new songs actually that people probably haven't heard.
Okay, are there going to be any of the ones we've heard tonight?
Sarah should be on there.
Okay, great.
And The Difference.
Okay.
So, yeah. I'm still trying to figure out how many songs. It's probably going to be like 11 or 12 songs.
Oh, wow, that's excellent.
Yeah.
Let's tell folks again where they can find out more information.
www.myspace.com/modartband, MODARTBAND, or www.modartband.com.
Right, and folks can learn more about what you're doing. And you're coming up, you're doing a couple of shows at the Yippie Cafe,
Yeah.
right, 9 Bleecker Street, and folks can find out about that at yippiemuseum.org, which is a good site to find out
also
about
the Peculiar
free
Pub.
shows that go on.
The Peculiar Pub on Mondays.
Great.
It probably won't be for another 2 weeks again before we start up again, but yeah.
But
after
then it'll
that.
be Mondays after that. Great, great.
Yeah.
Now, are you
Great.
signed with a record company, or you're producing your
I'm
record
just
yourself?
gonna do it myself.
Yeah, great, great. All right,
Yeah.
that's excellent.
Right.
Hey, that's what you got to do. Get it
Yeah.
out there,
Right.
so people can hear it. So
Yeah.
Right,
I think it's
great.
great.
Well, we have about 4 more minutes, and that's enough time for one more song.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you want to
Great.
sing us out? That'd be
Sure.
Yes,
fantastic.
sing us out.
Okay.
Well, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thank
Yes.
you for
It's been
having
really
me.
great. We really appreciate it.
All right,
So
All right,
Lynette Williams.
Lynette Williams.
When you lost love like that, no, there's no coming back. Like fresh snow on the ground, a brighter day is bound. When you've lost hope like that, no, there's no turning back. Must move on and let go. Let the sun melt the snow. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa. When the clouds crowd the sky, each one just passing by, you try to find your way to a joyous day. When the clouds start to rain and the herd won't refrain, what else is there to do but bask inside the truth? Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, that's so divine, and to lose that love again to die. It's a sad and distant fact. It's the way on your back. Put it down just to find that there's nothing left inside. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa. When you've lost love like that, no, there's no coming back. Like fresh snow on the ground, a brighter day is bound. When you've lost hope like that, no, there's no turning back. Must move on and let go. Let the sun melt the snow. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa.
All right.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Lynette Williams. And again, for folks, we just got half a minute.
Yeah,
Where can
just a
folks
few
learn
seconds left.
more about you and get listen to your music?
MySpace.com/MODARTBAND. That's probably the best way.
Right.
MySpace.com/MODARTBAND.
Mod Art.
Not our band.
Right. And I'm Paul DiRienzo with Miss Joan Marie Musi. This has been Let Them Talk. We'll see you again same time, 8 o'clock next week, for the live show. You can also check us out on youtube.com/LetTemTalk, LETEMTALK. So you can see some archives of our shows that we have going back quite a few years now.
Yeah, we've
So
got a lot now.
we'll see you again next week. Thank you again, Lynette Williams,
Thank
for a great
you.
show. Really appreciate it.
All right, good night, everybody.
Performance. Good night.
Good night.